Next one is, I think one of the probably gets overlooked the most, and that's gonna be the mobility program. We spend a lot of time on mobility here in the physical location. There's a lot of personalized and very, very specific things that we do for people based on the things that they come to us with. And here's the deal: everybody's got something, right? The degree to which you're suffering from immobility, lack of flexibility, some pain, joint restrictions, whether it's from injuries, overuse, or just poor awareness, the mobility piece is so important. So we've built in some very, very specific programs that everybody can benefit on. And this is one of those programs that goes side by side with all the other programs. So like we said with the TBC program at the beginning, look, it can be 3 days a week. It could be as much as 5 to 6 days a week if you wanted to include the other type of programming that we're provided. So you could be on TBC and burn and mobility. Mm-hmm. And you can be following along there, and they're all going to complement one another. You're not going to risk overtraining if you're using those things. So they're all there's like a symbiosis that works across the programs. Like we have people here that come in for our Fit for Action program here, which is titled a little something different, but then they also come to burn, right, once a week, and then they go to like a mobility session or resilience conditioning sessions on Saturday to work on their mobility, and then maybe even yoga as well on Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. They're trying to find this balance. We program that all into the membership for you. Mm-hmm. So you have these different things you can choose from to fit your personal needs, goals, and whatever journey you want to take.
I think this program gets overlooked the most because, agreed. People look at it and think, oh, mobility, a new kind of stretching. But give it a chance because you actually really do work here. You have to think about what you're doing and really get in touch with how your body's moving to get into some of the positions. And there's also workarounds as well because not everybody has the same mobility. But, this one, I think, just gets overlooked because people don't want to spend the time here. And this is probably where the majority of people really need to spend at least once a week here for a little bit of time. And it doesn't have to be a whole hour. We have right here, it's 20 to 60 minutes. And maybe some days it's 10 or 15. But I really like this program.
It's the first thing that generally goes like when somebody's feeling pressed for time or whatever, mm-hmm. right? Like they're just, cutting out the stretching, quote unquote stretching. I'm cutting out the mobility. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah. Like, no, I just need to get this done and get out of here, right? Like, but it's just ask me, I'll tell you. It's the thing that I need to spend the most time on. And if I don't, I pay a price. I pay a big price, pre and post workout. Like it's more for me, it's the pre-workout stuff I have to do.
I was just going to say, so, I mean, if people give this program a chance, they'll learn that they can implement some of these movement patterns at the beginning of a workout, or they can do it post-workout, or they can do it as a workout in and of itself. So there's so many ways that this can be applied.
Yeah, and so what would you see when you get in there? What you'll see is we've broken it out into basically like lower extremity hips, right? And then you get into low back, low spine, up through T-spine, and then you get into shoulders and upper extremities. So there's kind of 3 different components. As you go through there, it's not something you can choose and pick and choose like, hey, if this is where my issue is and I don't have a ton of time to spend here, but if I'm feeling like I'm having some hip or low back stuff, you can take a little bit from each. We've organized it in a way that that makes sense. I think one of the nuances here is the videos. So the videos that are provided in this are much different than the videos provided, say, in our other exercise program. When we mentioned they're quick, mm-hmm. like here's what it looks like, here's some different angles to check it out from. When you get into the mobility program, you're being walked through the entire process of this particular movement pattern. Now, for those of you that listen to the show, everybody knows Jeff. Jeff is the guy behind this mm-hmm. program. So
talk about practicing what he preaches.
Yeah, you're gonna see and hear Jeff actually walk you through the entire sequence. So because it is complex, there's complexity here, and I think what we realized real quick is this is not something that can be quick and dirty. This really has to be time, really has to be spent here, and Jeff does an amazing job at walking you through while telling you why and how to look out for the little things to maximize the time you're actually spending doing it. This is an ongoing thing. This never stops, right? You should always be implementing this in your program. So whether it's one day a week as the workout or the recovery day, right? Whether it's every day before, every day after, some days, as long as it's making it in there, you're doing good. Yet, to your point, probably the most overlooked thing in most people's programs in general. Also, probably next to the exercise itself or how they're actually doing it, the most misapplied thing in most people's programs. Like they think they're doing something, quote unquote, stretching, foam rolling, myofascial release, that kind of stuff. They think they're getting a result or benefit that they're not getting. And they could be doing so much more by implementing other things. And we've tried to bring that to the table. It's one of the most popular classes we have here at the gym too. Like on Saturdays, we offer this stuff for free actually. So anybody, if you're in the local area, you want to check it out and get a taste, you can come in Saturdays, 10 a.m., walk into a session. It doesn't matter what your fitness ability is, high or low, health status. Obviously, if you got joint issues and things like that, that could be an issue. But it's a quote unquote workout of your brain, your nervous system, without going crazy. It's interesting. People get up from the like, dude, that was really challenging, but I feel great. Like I'm exhausted in a weird kind of way, but I feel
invigorated.
Invigorated at the same time. But it's also very telling. Like it'll expose you to some things.